Hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back. I kind of cheated, but I put this in the sun, and now it says 91 degrees. It's not really 91, but I put it in the sun. So I'm not sure. There's still kind of a long way to go in this game. There's a whole other dungeon. I'm still gonna keep trying to beat it today, but that's not the right one. This dungeon's probably the longest, right? It's the last one. But I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'm feeling okay, like... I can keep doing this. Like, I'm not tired yet. But I just don't know what I'm going to talk about. Today I was going to maybe talk about the You Netflix show. And if I do, I'm going to spoil the ending. Okay. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so I guess I'll talk about it. I liked it. I didn't really like... Oh, why didn't he... There we go. I didn't really like the last episode. There's a reveal in the last episode, and I'm going to say what it is, which is that, I forget if it was like the second to last episode, but one of the characters dies, and then the main character, Joe, has to figure out, like, did I do it? Because I was on LSD, and so I don't remember if I did it or not. And I did like that episode a lot, because he was trying to learn, like, wait, am I the kind of person who would do this? Like, is my subconscious, like, playing out my actual desires? And that was a cool episode. Him, like, trying to learn, like, did he actually do this thing that he... And he's like, no, I'm a good person. I would never do this. Even though he's killed people before. So it's interesting to see him make that kind of, like, a distinction. Is this right? Oh, I just keep hitting him? Or what? With the sword? Ah. Ow, stop it. I didn't really like the last episode because they did a reveal, which is that the main love interest in the season, her name is Love, and she's the one who killed the person. I should catch that fairy. Oh, I already have one. I didn't like that. I thought it was kind of clunky. Like, I think it would have been okay if they had done that reveal maybe 2 or 3 episodes earlier, so that they had time to develop her character more. But then it's just like, you think she's one person for 9 episodes, and then all of a sudden at the end she's like a totally different person, and you're like, what? And then you have no time to like... Okay, I have to reflect this back at him. Hit me. Is he like a Phantom Ganon or something? I'm just gonna skip it. I thought I had an idea of what the show... Ooh, how's he gonna come back from that? I thought I had an idea of what the show was trying to do, which was like, Joe is like this force of nature who comes into people's lives and tests them. So he tests, in the first season, he tests this girl, Beck, and she passes. She realizes that she was living her life a certain way that was wrong, and she wasn't being the person she was supposed to be. She wasn't doing relationships right. And Joe teaches her that, and then she dies, but she learns, and she she wins in the end. The second season, I thought they're doing a similar thing, and there's just a different girl. She's kind of like a different personality, and over the course of the season, we're going to learn about like what's wrong with her. Why does she love people the wrong way? And what can Joe teach her by being like a terrible person? How to be what she needs to be to. And then I was like, okay, she's definitely probably not going to die, because that's what they did in the first season. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm bullying him. Like, you want your ball back? This ball? This ball? You want this ball? Did I write down the time? Okay, good. But then the reveal at the end kind of doesn't... I like that it's unexpected, and that I think there's a way to do it and still make it a good reveal. But the problem I have with it is it's so different from how she was acting for the first 9 episodes. And I think if you went back and watched the second season, you wouldn't like it as much, because you're like, why is she acting like this? Like when Joe would say stuff and she would get like all upset about it, like, well, I love my brother and he's so important to me. It would come across, if you watched it a second time, like insincere, like she wasn't acting well, like you wouldn't like her because she's being like hypocritical or something. But in the end, you should like her because she's the protagonist, obviously, because Joe can't be, because he's killing people and he's a bad person. So the girl is the hero. But now you have 2 people who are the bad guy, and you're like, what? Now what's going on? And that could work, but not if you put it in the last episode of the season. And they were spending so much time doing other stuff that, like, in the end didn't really matter. So just spend more time on love and make this reveal make sense. And do it earlier. Otherwise it's clunky. That's the word that people use, right? I think it's clunky. It's rushed and weird, and I didn't like it. But I did like the season on the whole. I think my favorite was probably the end, where Joe was like struggling with like his past and like, is this the kind of person I am? That would have been a cool thing to be like. You would have had to do the reveal a lot earlier, but just turn the tables on Joe and make love the crazy person, and have Joe realize, I guess, how he's being crazy by showing it with someone else. And like, oh wait, this isn't okay for me to do, because when somebody else does it, it's weird and crazy. How do I beat this guy? Come on. Am I supposed to hit him when he flies at me? Oh, I did something. Here he comes. I think I hit him. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Come at me. Oh, I guess I hurt him. I don't know. I hurt him with my face. Okay. Is that all I had to say? Yeah. I liked it. I'm excited to watch the third season because I don't know what they're... I guess they set up like... Which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but like Joe sees like a neighbor and he's like, oh, I'm gonna be in love with her now. I don't watch... I like that it's only 10 episodes. That's nice, because I don't have to like commit to anything crazy. Hey, stop it. I think you have to jump. Any other small notes I have? There's a place by my house called Bowcraft. It's like an amusement park. Oh. I didn't know you could control it. I think I can finish this game today. I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff in the break, but okay. Can't see it. Gosh dang thing. And it's closed. And I drive past it every day on my way to work. And I'm like, my childhood. It's dead. I'm dying. I'm getting old. Things change and it's weird. I guess it's weird to grow up in the same town and to see things change. It might be weirder to leave and then come back because it all happens gradually. But I never left my hometown. I still live 15 minutes away from my parents. I basically drive past their house when I go to work. Did I get a key? No. Oh. It's like a boss rush thing. Ooh. Wow, this is pretty easy. That's one thing this game doesn't do great, I guess, is like just progression. Because now I have the best sword and everything's just dying. But like, the better thing would be like to force you to get the best sword by making the enemies harder, so then you would feel like a little bit of progress. But now I just feel like, I mean, the last level of the dungeon shouldn't be the easiest, obviously, but it kind of is now because of my sword, and I have my armor and all my hearts. Zelda 1 does that good. But the problem with Zelda 1 is like, it's hard to find stuff, and all the stuff is necessary. Now there's two little bats. Okay. There we go. I'm making progress. I think after you do this, you just wake up the windfish and it's over. This is a big dungeon though. But it doesn't look as complicated as the last one. It's pretty linear, I think. Straightforward. Where's the key door? Rutgers is playing right now, and I'm missing the game for you guys. Wait, how do I... There's a key here? I'll watch the second half, maybe. Huh. There's a key. I don't know. I'll just use my key somewhere. Okay. Yeah, that's it for today. I'm doing it. I'm gonna finish today. Might take 4 or 5 more episodes. I don't know. Maybe the last episode I do will just be like a really long finale or something, and I won't really talk about too much. That's what I did with Mario 64. I know that was kind of a good idea. Okay. See you tomorrow.